Welcome to my beginner/intermediate guide to Max in Streets of Rage 4. You may be wondering what my credentials are for making a Max guide. I don't have any. I just like this game a lot. I've come to really enjoy playing Max, and I couldn't find a guide like this on YouTube, so I'm gonna do it myself. I won't be covering everything. You're not gonna learn the highest possible damage combos here. I'm just gonna show you how he works. I also won't be covering the alternative attacks that you unlock in survival mode. I'm not saying that you can't do cool things with them, I just prefer the original attacks, and I'm trying to keep this guide simple. First, we'll cover his mobility. Max is not a dash character, which may be hard to get used to if you're the most comfortable playing characters like Cherry, Adam, and now Shiva. But Max does have some quick ways to get around. His advancing special is a fast tackle move with invincibility on startup. His blitz attack is a slide that takes him pretty far forward, but can leave you open to a counterattack. And his air special is a body slam that goes quite far as well, and you can bounce off the wall flying across the screen. So while you won't be dashing around with this character, you can move around pretty freely at the cost of green health and taking a risk. Next, let's look at his basic attacks. He has an amazing drop kick that has a lot of priority, meaning you can stop a lot of attacks with it. His neutral air attack doesn't have much range, but like the drop kick, seems to have good priority. I haven't done a lot of testing on the priority of these attacks, so if they aren't as good as I'm suggesting, you can let me know. His blitz attack power slide has great range. At mid to close range, it'll knock someone down. At max range, it'll stun them, opening up a combo opportunity. The slide will juggle an airborne enemy, it can OTG hitting a grounded enemy, and the first frames of it can be cancelled into a special. The Blitz power slide starts with Max going airborne for a few frames, and because of that, it'll trigger the anti-air attack of Dylan. Get ready to be anti-aired a bunch by these guys until you learn some discipline. His back attack is pretty slow, but has great range. It can cancel into other attacks like anything else. His advancing special, the Power Tackle, is great for pushing large groups of enemies. It's invincible for a short time, it can anti-air someone, it can get you close to someone far away who's ready to be comboed, just an all-around great move. Using this attack after landing a dropkick is a great way to start a wall bounce. His neutral special, as far as I can tell, is pretty decent too. Hits everything around you, plenty of invincibility frames, pushes enemies away, good panic button. And you can move while you do the spin to avoid an incoming attack. His air special is amazing. The body slam takes him very far, actually much further if you do it near a wall and use the bounce. The distance of the body slam can be guided by pressing left or right. It can be cancelled too from both of his jumping attacks, and it OTGs. It also has insane priority, even beating a Donovan uppercut. There's a lot of recovery on the body slam though, so you'll get hit if there's enemies nearby. His charge attack isn't as offensively strong as something like Adam's that can just bully large groups, but it does OTG, and in the corner it'll extend your juggles. You'll be using this a lot for your larger damage mid-screen and corner combos. Be careful though, if you've already OTG'd with the body slam or power slide, the charge attack will not OTG. Max has very powerful grab attacks. His front grab followed by a neutral attack leads to a 4-hit chokehold with very high damage. You can't interrupt the animation with regular moves, so you need to be careful when using it. It can be interrupted with a special or blitz attack. His back throw is pretty standard, his forward throw can be followed up by moving forward with an advancing special into charge attack OTG, but it'll bounce the enemy the opposite direction. Max can jump with a grabbed opponent and throw them in either direction. Good at long distance, but if enemies are close, it'll lead to you getting hit. This throw is wonderful for getting rid of big bends on the elevator. Things get interesting when Max grabs an enemy from behind. This changes his forward throw into an electrified smash that hits other enemies and leads to combo. If you jump and throw with an enemy like this, it does a pile driver that bounces them for combo. When Max is holding someone, if you want to change their position, pressing jump will turn the enemy around. Max's super, his star move, is awesome. It hits pretty much everyone around and pops them up into the air for a follow-up. It's a great panic super in multiplayer for rescuing your friends. And if you have more than one star, you can do easy super loops in the corner on a boss. You want to trigger the super when the enemy is near the ground because it does a lot more damage. His attack string is 4 hits, 2 chops and an elbow, followed by a launching slam that's the same animation as his charge attack. The first 3 hits are actually multi-hitting attacks, so if you're fairly close to someone, the chops will register as 2 hits each, and the elbow always registers as 2. If you're deep into a character's hurt box, the elbow registers as 3 hits. This is great because Max doesn't really get long combos with high hit counts mid-screen, not without using his air special somewhere. You'll be using that air special for damage extension, but draining your health as a result. So in grounded situations, he can land these multi-hit attacks which will help him recover his green health quickly. There's a lot of startup on the first jab, however, so on higher difficulties you're going to get hit in the face if you're trying to challenge enemies directly. That's why it's a good idea to jump in first and do the down attack to start a ground combo. You can stagger Max's jabs while an enemy is stunned. I like to do 2 repetitions of jabs into elbow before launching or grabbing. So let's talk about combos. Max doesn't get a lot of damage from mid-screen launching combos unless he reaches the corner. Max's attack string launches but sends them too far to follow up. However, you can rush in quick with your advancing special while charging the charge attack for an OTG into a follow-up. Canceling his attack string into a charge attack provides a launch that leads to a dropkick body slam. But you want to make sure the body slam connects in the air and not on the ground, because you won't be able to follow up with a charge attack OTG. Hitting the body slam in the air will allow the charge attack OTG to launch for more damage. His advancing special is excellent for bouncing airborne opponents towards the corner, and this is perfect after a charge attack launcher mid-screen. If you start a combo that's a considerable distance from the corner, this advancing special after the charge attack will cause a wall bounce. Another charge attack rebounces, dropkick body slam to set up the charge attack OTG, and go to town. If you're closer to the corner, you'll skip the advancing special after the first charge attack and go straight to dropkick body slam. In the corner, after an OTG charge attack, you can either do an air attack into body slam, or start a jab string into an ender of your choice. Some decent damage comes from a full attack string into standing special, but the timing is a bit weird, so I suggest 2 jabs and an elbow late cancelled into blitz attack for consistency's sake. Basically, any launcher that leads to a wall bounce should be followed by a charge attack into dropkick body slam to set up the OTG, if you can. Here it is from a forward grab.
Body slam. Power slide.
Here it is from an advancing special.
Thunder tackle. Body slam. Body slam.
From an attack string launcher close to the corner.
Body slam. Another bomb.
From an attack string cancelled into charge attack moderately close to the corner.
Body slam. Body slam.
From an attack string cancelled into charge attack far from corner.
Thunder tackle. Body slam. Power slide.
If you want solid mid-screen damage without launchers, you'll need to use grab setups. Start a couple repetitions of jabs and then walk up and grab. Double forward jab and then neutral jab to start the chokehold. After the 3rd hit, cancel into a blitz or special attack. But it's not likely you'll be able to do this all the time because it leaves you exposed. As you would suspect, these different combos can be put together for some insane damage that will annihilate some high-tier enemies in survival mode and do considerable damage against some bosses.
Power slide.
Heavy characters need to be treated differently. Big Ben, Kubo, Goro, and the Commissioner, they can be hit with a blitz after a charge attack into OTG charge attack and another blitz. Midweight characters like Candy and Gold bounce high enough after the charge attack to get a dropkick body slam into OTG charge attack, but the high gravity means you can really only hit with a blitz.
Body slam.
Max's full attack string can lead to loops in the corner on light characters, and some bosses. After the OTG charge attack, hit high with your jab string and it'll rebounce them. Juggle with another charge attack, and catch again with the jab string. Charge attack again to juggle, do one more loop with the jab string, and juggle one last time with the charge attack, and then do your combo ender of choice. Here's a full damage super combo with corner loops that starts from mid-screen.
Yeah. Thunder tackle. Body slam. Yeah. 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 Body slam. Thunder right. Power slide.
3 loops in the corner is easy to do. If you try to go beyond that, you risk the enemy flying out of the corner. After loop number 2, take a step back and start the loop again. Continue this endlessly.
Yeah. Yeah.
These loops will likely get patched out, so enjoy them while you can. And there you have it. That's my guide to Max in Streets of Rage 4. I hope you found this informative. Make sure you follow this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.